Howdy y'all, I am Ice Gold, and today I'm going to be turning on my sound. That's right, turning on my sound here in the Wabagong territory. Real talk though, I'm going to be showing y'all the best ice stats for level 170 at the moment. And as I said in my fire video, I am still flat broke, so I can't unshatter a bunch of the jewels that I need to socket and all that, so it is what it is. But basically, just pretend this is 240, because that is the max damage that you can get as an ice right now. It finally happened. Ice can finally get over 200 damage, and, you know, we shot for the stars with this one, team. We could go all the way to 240, and I'm happy about that. I like that ice can finally get up to that. Frost Giant still sucks ass. Like, it is some grade A gluten-free booty butt ass cheeks, but y'all already knew that. So let's just go over the stats and the gear. So this, if you have everything socketed, if you have all 5 ice damage, unearthly damage, sapphires, whatever they're called, they give 9% damage each. You will have 240 ice damage, which is insane, and I think it's really great that ice could finally get here. It's been a long time coming, y'all. So, but yeah, that is the max damage that you can get as an ice that is completely free to play. And then the resist, it's kind of, I mean, it's better than other schools, that's for sure. Perfect accuracy if you have a 16 instead of a 7 that I have right there for the triangle slot. But yeah, if you socket a 16, you'll be totally fine. This will go up to like 33 or something, if I'm not mistaken. So free right there. You can easily get perfect accuracy even with only one triangle socket. Crit is pretty decent. Block is pretty decent, as it is the custom with ice. Pretend this says 19 pierce. I just have 3 polished piercing sapphires socketed, so I get an extra 18. But if you run 240 ice damage with 5 unearthly damage sapphires, your pierce will be 19, which is like doggy doo-doo. You don't want to do that. I promise, in this world you don't want to do that, but you know, if you want the highest damage, if you want 240, that's the cost of doing business, team. And then the P-serve is low, but you know, this will go up if you want to use the Eon Sword over what I've got. Perfect pips, pretty decent shads, although this is not the most consistent stat, but I honestly would recommend this because it's like Frost Giant is just so bad, so being able to send a Snowball Barrage on turn 2 is just the godsend, alright? Like, y'all do not understand. It is so good to be able to just send a Snowball Barrage and do actual damage instead of just whacking the mobs with a pool noodle. But yeah, that pretty much covers the stats. Again, 240 damage, 19 pierce, so you know, I would recommend running a few pierce jewels over the 5 damage, but it is what it is. Y'all can do what you want. 14.2k health, which is honestly crazy. That is if you have the 3 square sockets that you usually have. And yeah, so let's go over the gear. For the hat, it's still going to be Eon, just kind of a staple until the Nightmare comes out, which I've heard, you know, it's going to be delayed. So I mean, there have been people telling me, like, as recently as I think like last few days, they've been telling me that it is nowhere near completion. So I just wouldn't expect it to be coming anytime soon. So until it does, Eon is still the best. That is 31 damage and 4 pierce from this hat. That's pretty solid for an ice, at least. And then the Nullity Robe is 30 damage and 4 pierce. Still the best in slot. Even when the Nightmare does come out, this will still be in the best in slot. So get this. You can definitely still find guilds that run Voracious Void. This will drop as it's level 150 form first, but as you're farming Eon of Atavis for the hat and maybe wand, if you don't have this, you'll get plenty of pixels to be able to upgrade the 150 Nullity Robe to level 160. And once you do, that's the best in slot. As you can see, 30 damage on an ice robe. That's kind of wild. The Eon Cape, I mean, the Nightmare Robe is basically, we're not going to get anything, like, I promise. It's not even worth upgrading it from the Eon Robe. Like, keep it so real. I've seen it. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen that the Nightmare gear is just some straight doo-doo for ice when compared to, you know, Nullity. But obviously, straight doo-doo compared to Nullity does still mean it's going to be an upgrade for the hat and boots. So, you know, once it comes out, dub. And speaking of the boots, this drops from Ren 1010 in La Ville Rose Novus, and you get the side quest chain from Lassie and New Vicorgia. You gotta beat up Gordon Ramsay first, which is a pain in the ass to do, but once you do it, you can finally farm Ren 1010, which is even more of a pain in the ass to do, but you can get the Eon boots and ball out. If you don't have these, or you don't want to, tempt fate for days at a time, the Merciless boots fit fine enough. They're marginally worse, so. But yeah, this is still best in slot, so get this. For the wand, you can run the Eon Sword if you would like to. It gives more pip conversion, death damage and crit if that's what you're into. But I personally run the Xibalba Comet Sword because it gives shads. And, like I mentioned before, it is so nice to be able to just, whack people with, with a Snowball Barrage on the second round. So, would absolutely recommend the Xibalba Comet Sword if you can get it, but it's a raid wand, so good luck getting that. There are still guilds that run Crying Sky, even though the interest has dropped a lot since the summer. So if you're nice and you can get your hands on this, big, like I would recommend. For the Athame is the Cruel Dream Reaver Knife. This drops from the Invader fleets out in the Doom Moon in Novus. So Ice finally has an Athame that gives 20 damage. We're, years behind a bunch of the other schools, but hey. And then what you want for the jewels is, obviously, like a tier for like a health socket or arch mastery or fishing luck if you want to do that. But for the circles, if you are doing the damage set for, 240, you can do the Unearthly Damage Sapphires and get 2 plus 9% on those circles. And, that'll get you up to 240, or closer to it at least. So, yeah. And then for the square socket here, obviously, Unearthly Health Sapphire for the extra 735. That is insane. I have the health of an Azteca boss now because of that, so would recommend a 10 out of 10. For the amulet, this drops from Crash the Bandicoot, who is located just over there, where I'm swinging around my cursor. But I like this over the Hunhaus Common Amulet because it gives a blade, and the blade item card is really, really nice. So I would recommend getting it. And then obviously it's the same circle and triangle slot template, so just throw in an extra Unearthly Damage Sapphire there, and you're good. For the ring, Cruel Dream Reaver Ring. This drops from Freddy Croker out in the Dreaming. And yeah, 17 damage, it's pretty good. Simple as, it's you socket the Unearthly Damage Sapphire here in place of the Polished Piercing Sapphire if you want to go for the damage route and get to 240. But yeah, this is best in slot because, again, 735 health, obviously all that damage, it's really, really great. And it is a pretty sizable upgrade from the Eon Ring, and by sizable, I mean 1% damage and 5 crit rating, so enjoy that. For the pet, I have a Quint damage with Thinking Cap, and yeah, it just gives 2 Iceblade cards. I've had this for years. It is still the best in slot. If you have, the Frilosaur and respective, universal damage Bronto, you can get 3% more damage. You can go up to 243. But this is free to play, so I'll go that way. But yeah, Quint damage, Thinking Cap, or Mighty works as well, but Thinking Cap, I just had more of them, so I went ahead and socketed them for my Quint damage pets, so would recommend getting that. For the mount, I have the Balance Sculpture, but viewers of my channel know I have the Battle Narwhal, which you can fish up for free from the Polarian Explorers bundle house, and yeah, it gives the same stats as the Balance Sculpture, 2% extra universal damage, so this is just the stand-in because I was too lazy to go grab it from my fire. As for the deck, you're going to want the Dream Reaver or Hunhaus Comet deck for 170. I just don't have it on this character yet, so Reaver is the way to go here because it gives that juicy circle slot, and with that you can socket another Unearthly Damage Sapphire, and if you have all 5 damage sapphires, you can get to 240, and, big dub. There you go, you have 240 damage, it's nice. Unheard of up until now, but hey, so would recommend this. So yeah, it's nice and accessible, would recommend. go get it. It drops from Mr. Montgomery in the Doom Moon in the engineering dungeon. But, farm him fast, because as soon as the nightmare drops, even though that looks like it's getting delayed, they'll probably fix him, and you won't be able to kill him turn 2 anymore. So, get this while you can, tame. But yeah, that is going to wrap up. Thank y'all for watching. I've got the Storm, Myth, Life, and Death videos coming out over the next couple weeks, and I don't have a max balance, but I promise you the balance formula is the exact same as the others, so, just because I don't have it, it's still the same. So, thank y'all for watching. I've been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. My Discord is down in the description below if you want to chat with me some more, and I will see y'all later.